All right. All right. So I just officially hit record, and Mr. Kaya, our guest speaker, is not on, but he did tell me he was running 10 minutes late, so not a problem. Miss Terry, just be on the watch out for Mr. Kaya, and then we'll make him a co-host as well when he tunes in. But let me go ahead and share my screen. Without further ado, let's get this party started up. Here we go. Here we go. So just give me a big thumbs up in the chat if you guys can see my screen. I just want to make sure that you guys give me some feedback that you guys can see my screen. Just give me a big thumbs up. All right, cool. I got one thumbs up. All right, appreciate you. Rosalind, thank you for the yes. All right, so just a quick little reminders here. Remember to be present. Bring your full attention to the Zoom. Eliminate all distractions. Focus and stay with the conversation. Engage and drop insights in the chat, just like you guys are doing right now. I love it. Understand that how you do anything is how you do everything. And remember that this message today is specifically for you. And most importantly, you are at the right place at the right time. I really believe that. You're at the right place at the right time. So welcome. It's February 5th, 2024. I'm your guest, Mr. Leo Robles, and I'm so excited to present to you guys the information that I have for you today. The training topic is mastering advanced sales strategies utilizing NLP. I forgot to put that little part in there, but that's what we're going to be talking about. Neuro-linguistic programming. For those of you that are wondering, like, what's this NLP acronym? It's neuro-linguistic programming. And honestly, it's one of the first things that I learned as a new agent. Even before I was an agent, I learned it at the age of 16 by reading this book. If you guys haven't read this book, it's called Unlimited Power. That book had a ton of NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, inside of that book. So if you haven't picked up the Tony Robbins Unlimited Power, I highly recommend that you guys check that out. So first thing we're going to be doing is amplifying our energy, because you guys already know that with energy, everything is possible. And with high energy, I really believe that we have higher incomes. So we're going to be doing the affirmations. All you guys got to do is literally repeat after me with level 10 energy. And feel free to unmute yourself so I can hear you guys say it as well. So please unmute yourselves, and let's go ahead and amplify the energy. So we're going to get started up. So 1, 2, 3, and power up, right? We're going to do that 3 times, and you guys already know the drill. So 1, 2, 3, power up.
1, 2, 3, power up.
1, 2, 3, power up.
Power up. 1, 2, 3, power up.
Power up. High energy equals high income.
High energy equals high income.
Every day and every way I'm getting better and better.
Every day and every way I'm getting better and better.
Every day and every way I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Every day and every way
I'm getting stronger and stronger.
Every day and every way I'm getting smarter and smarter.
Every day and every way I'm getting
smarter and smarter.
All I need is within me now.
All I need is within me
now. I have perfect health.
I have perfect health.
I was born to win.
I was born to win.
I will never surrender.
I will never surrender.
I will always keep growing.
I will always keep growing.
I was born to be great.
I was born to be great.
Today will be the best day of my life, no matter what.
Today will be the best day of my life, no matter what.
Hey, round of applause for you guys. Round of applause for you guys. Thank you. How many of you guys, I'm putting it in the chat, feel free to drop in the chat, but how many of you guys like catch yourselves like repeating these affirmations, like sometimes when you guys are dealing with something in your life? I have found, for me, right, I have overwritten a ton of negative chatter in my brain by doing these affirmations. I have been doing this for almost 20 years, guys. So you guys only imagine, right? Something breaks down, something falls apart. And then I remember, hey, every day and every way I'm getting better and better. Every day and every way I'm getting stronger and stronger, right? So these are subliminal commands that you are doing for yourself. That way you could stay empowered and get into action. So we're going to breathe really quick, because, you know, breath is also very important, right? We can't negotiate with breath. So just going to take 6 deep breaths. That's all we're going to be doing. We're going to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We're going to do that 6 times. And at the last breath, we're going to hold it as long as we can, and then we're going to let go. So let's go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale and hold. release whenever you feel like it. And every single time I do it, I feel lightheaded and I feel woozy. That is, I remind myself that that's my brain saying thank you for the oxygen. Also, something very powerful for you guys to do before you pick up the phone, before you get into a meeting, do that little quick breath exercise. You're going to find yourself being a lot more present and in tune in the moment. Also, let's tune into gratitude, because gratitude, as you guys already know, is the abundance multiplier. So I'm so grateful to be here with each and every single one of you. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful for this rain. I'm grateful for the ability to see, hear, taste, touch, and smell. I'm so grateful for the roof over my head. I'm so grateful for the fresh cup of coffee that I have. I'm so grateful for the opportunities. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you today. So I am so grateful. What can you be grateful for? Tune in, right? Just check in with yourself. What can you be grateful for? All right. So now that you got gratitude, you're anchoring that energy of gratitude. Now we're going to go ahead and visualize, right? It's January 1st, 2025, a year out. You're standing there, representing the version of yourself that you've become, right? How are you dressed? How do you feel? How do you talk? How do you show up? Visualize, right? Visualization is a prediction for your future. So create a mental movie of that moment, anchor in that moment. All right, cool. I appreciate you guys. All right, come on back. All right, sounds good. So we're going to start off just here quickly. I'm going to go over the goals. The goals as a community, as an organization, is to represent 21,000 families, $10 billion in volume, and to attract 10,000 agents to our community. So market updates. Hold on a second. I just figured out that I am actually sharing the wrong presentation, Miss Terry. Give me a second here. Oh, no wonder I didn't have the NLP thing in there. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second here. Let me go ahead and open it up again. I was like, wait a minute, I'm looking at previous weeks. So hang tight, guys. Bear with me. Appreciate your patience. We have some technical difficulties here, some intermission. I should have some little intermission music. That'll be super cool. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and go to the market update.
Don't worry about it, Leo. We okay.
And the what?
I said, don't worry about it. We okay.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
It happens. It happens.
Take your time, Leo.
Thank you,
guys.
Leo. Thank you, Leo.
You guys are so awesome. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so awesome.
A lot of time invested from Leo.
Yes.
Thank you for preparing, putting everything together. We appreciate it, man.
I appreciate
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys. Here we go. Now we're back on track. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Now I'm back on the right screen. All right, cool. So the market, I'm going to go into local updates. I'm also going to go into some trends. And then next week, I promise you guys, I'm going to have a full-blown national update, because this week is when we're going to have a lot of the data of everything that happened in January. So stay tuned for next training. I will have all that data for you, but I'm just going to go into the local market. This is something that I recommend you guys do weekly in your local marketplace. I do it very generalized, right? I'm focusing in LA, Orange County, San Bernardino, Riverside, and San Diego. And as you guys can see, in the last 7 days, guys, almost $1 billion in production in LA, 549 million in Orange County, 188 million in San Bernardino, 341 million in Riverside, and $422 million in volume in San Diego, guys. A lot of business. And if you guys are like, checking on the market, guys, you guys know it's picking up. There's multiple offers on everything. There's a lot of people out there that are getting into the marketplace. You guys should be sounding the alarms and telling your clients, hey, when the interest rates dip even more, it's going to go bananas. So these are, I also pulled up market trends per Google. These are the top searches for the last 7 days that people are Googling. Okay. So why I pulled this up? Well, just use this data to create content, right? People, like, there's a bunch of people Googling New Hampshire, Maine, Wyoming, Montana, Vermont. These are the top searches. Like people are searching these on Google, right? So this is the top searches. Also, these are the top 5 like keywords that people are searching for. Rentals, right? People are searching for rentals. And then I would, if I was you guys, I would make a video and saying like, hey, are you thinking of renting? Let me tell you why you shouldn't do that, right? Like you can actually hit that specific audience. There's 700% increase in the last 7 days of that search. Commercial real estate inspector, apartment real estate agency, Pebble Beach real estate, apartment real estate. These are the top searches per Google Trends in the last 7 days, within real estate. And then also, yeah, a lot of rental topics. So if I was you guys, I would make my messaging on video and talk about renting and then talk about why they should become a homeowner instead, right? Flip that message, right? So the next slide that I have for you guys, this just shows you the total volume, right? For the 5 counties, just these 5 counties, $62 million in commissions paid, 2,300 homes, 2.5 billion closed. So I don't know about you guys, but I like to know the numbers every single week because it gives me an insight of what is possible. And if you want to create big things in life, you got to look at the possibility versus the non-possibilities, right? Where everything is falling apart. So these are the 4 markets, according to some stats that I've been pulling up, that are going to be appreciating the most. Reading is leading the market, right? This is going to be the biggest city that is leading appreciation. So again, just understand that understand this data, utilize the data however you like. Maybe you can make a video, whatever you guys like. San Francisco, also another city that is these are the second most city that will appreciate this year. LA, our popular LA, obviously we got LA up in here. And then we also have San Diego, right? So if you're in any of these cities, these are the markets that are going to appreciate the most, okay, in 2024. So just stay in tune with that. Also, last week I declared what's called the 2-10-40 Blitz. For those that don't know that, the 2-10-40 is a 2 appointments a day, 10 appointments a week, 40 appointments a month structure. I utilize this for my video content creation. I utilize this for my prospecting. I use it for everything. There was a couple of people out of 220 people that we had on the Zoom last week, only 14 actually participated in the 7-day challenge. Today is the last day for that 7-day challenge. So I just wanted to acknowledge, Rosalind, there was Edwin in there. There was a couple of people that were showing up every single day. So I just wanted to thank you guys for participating in the 7-day challenge. And it doesn't mean that the 7-day challenge is done today. Let's restart it again, guys. Like, this is literally the most important thing. Just like oxygen is important to you, prospecting is important to your business. So keep going. Even though we're done with this little challenge, let's keep it going. We might bring it back. Who knows? If we get a bunch of people that are like saying, hey, I want in, we will make it, we'll bring it back. So last week, we also covered the book, The Leader Who Had No Title. I'm obsessed with this book. I'm almost done with it. This is the top 10 points for this book. I think every single one of you should read this book. And these are the top 10 points. Leadership is everyone's business. I really believe that. You don't need a title to be a leader. Leadership is about influence, impact, and inspiration, not formal authority. Personal mastery is a key. Focus on self-improvement. We're all about that. I know you guys are all about that. Authenticity builds trust. Huge one. Courage to act, right? We need courage. That's the number one thing. One of the ways that I practice my courage muscle every day is by doing cold showers. Ethics and integrity. Embrace change and adversity. Effective communication. Speak honestly and openly. Prioritize and focus. Foster deep relationships and serve and contribute. These are the top 10 points for chapter 2. I'm going to be recapping chapter 3 next week. But if you guys haven't read this book, pick it up. I absolutely love it. It was fantastic. So this is an update with EXP. This is what our valuation for our company, our market cap is $1.9 billion, $12.53 as far as stock. And also, you guys know that I'm huge into tech. These are all of my tech tools that I use, right? Because I get questions about this almost daily. Like, hey, what technology are you using? These are all the tech tools that I'm using. So if you want to pick them up, if you want to know what I'm using, here's everything that I use, and you guys can just scan the QR code. Last week, we also rolled out a new initiative about promoting your listings. There was about 4 submissions of individuals that submitted. Guys, I got an email list with over 21,000 people that open up my emails 38 to 42% of the time. So if you want your listing to be showcased in front of 21,000 people, make sure that you scan that QR code, send it over to me. We're going to be sending it out to our community. So big opportunity here. Also, these are, the individuals that actually submitted, right? These are the recently listed properties. We had Regis and also Maisha, Cheryl, right? They recently submitted their listings, and it's going to be sent out like this with your contact information. That way you can create an opportunity. So really cool stuff. Trainings this week, guys. I know that obviously for the men in this group, we can't participate in this awesome call, but the women's circle is hosting, the winner circle is hosting the women's circle. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Women's only leadership call. Last week, I think they had, or 2 weeks ago, they had about 100 people. I anticipate that they're going to have a lot of really great people this week, and they have a special guest. So make sure that you guys don't miss this. It's at 5 o'clock on Wednesday. You guys should have already received this, by the way, in your email. Also, there's going to be a huge open house that somebody submitted again. Guys, if you guys have an event, anything you guys want me to promote, send it over to me, and I will help you to promote it. February 8th from 12 to 2. It's going to be hosted by Nueva and Wheelone in Whittier. So make sure you guys don't miss that. Also, Winner Circle Wednesdays, and also the new agent training that is happening on Friday. So again, Winner Circle Wednesdays, they switched out. I think this week we're going to go on phase number 3 with Mr. Gabe Mendez. Is going to be going into masterful sales tactics. And also the new agent training is an ongoing training that's happening every single Friday. Extremely valuable. I'm getting a ton of feedback from this. So make sure you guys know about this. And these are all our newest members to their community. So let's give them all a huge welcome. We also sent out this email. Welcome to all the new members to Let's Grow movements. Thank you guys for being part of our organization. Thank you so much for being here. And now we're going to go ahead and move into our next part of the training, which is going to be about neuro-linguistic programming. Let me check in and make sure that Mr. Kaya is in the Zoom room. It doesn't look like he's here just yet. So as soon as he's on, which I will, let me go ahead and send him a little nudge. Let me go ahead and send him a message. All right, cool. We are on, bro. All right, cool. So here we go. Let me see. We're ready for him. All right. So the other thing I will say is guys, Mr. Kaya and I actually, I did a training with him almost 12 years ago, where he and his beautiful life partner, Miss Veronica, did a training for NLP, and I got so much value out of it. And the training that he's going to be doing today is going to be all about mastering sales with neuro-linguistic programming. So, somebody just asked for the tech. Let me go ahead and go back to the tech while we wait here. Boom. Let me go ahead and go back. This is all the tech that I'm utilizing.
I pasted the link onto the chat as well.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, pose your questions while we're waiting for Mr. Kaya. He should be on here shortly. And let me see. Boom. All right. We got more people tuning in, but not Mr. Kaya just yet. So awesome. Anybody have a pressing win to share while we're waiting? A pressing win to share while we're waiting right now. And
I'll jump in and share a win while we wait.
yes, sir. Go for it.
And a win / a thank you, because I put on my very first event last week, guys. It was at the Hilton Universal City Calculated Conference. Calculate is my brand. Calc is an acronym for clarity, action, leverage, and consistency. Mr. Leo Robles and Mr. Joseph Trujillo jumped in, helped me put on this event. It was 1 week out, literally, and we pulled it all together, had 100 people there. It was an amazing event. We got sponsors to pay for everything, so definitely want to say thank you for the leadership and the help. Never experienced support like this before, so thank
you, my brother. I appreciate you and your leadership. So congratulations. That was a packed event, and it was so much value. So thank you so much for being part of our community, brother. And thank you for being courageous enough to host your own event. And looks like Mr. Kaya is in the room. So let me go ahead and I'm going to play a quick little video for Mr. Kaya Redford. That way you guys can have a little understanding of who he is and his background and all that good stuff. I know some of you already know Kaya, but let me go ahead and share this screen here. Boom. Here we go. All right. Here we go.
I don't hear anything.
See if you guys can hear it now.
The technology gods. You gotta love them. How's everybody doing this morning?
Let's go.
Woo-hoo!
We're ready for
EXP
you, bro.
in
Ready
the
for you.
house. Leo Robles in
Doing
the
good, doing good.
Oshisi.
All right. So you want me to keep playing the video? Are you ready to go?
Hey, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's all good.
Okay, cool. I don't know if it is working or not. I thought it was working. But guys, without further ado, let's welcome Mr. Kaya Redford. Let's give him a big round of applause. Let's go.
What's up, you guys? Anytime I get called by Leo saying, hey, let's hop in and let's do some NLP together, change lives, transform lives, give you guys some cutting edge tools and technologies. I'm actually trying to figure out how to get, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the weather. Probably you have, right? And the weather is, all the internet is shut down in Newport Beach. So I am literally on my phone. So let me know if you can see me and hear me, and I have to use a different camera setup because cameras these days, they use the internet. So when you're using your phone, it's a little different. Someone's wanting to come in the meeting. So by the way, just put in the chat that you can all see me and hear me clearly. That's my only desire.
We can hear you. We can see you.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's kick. Perfect. Let's kick some ass. So by the chat, put in the chat, yes, if you know me, if you've heard me speak before, if you know me, so I can kind of go, okay, yes. All right. And also put in the chat, because I want to share some new things with you today, some different things. Put in the chat if you've heard me speak before, and you've heard me share with you about selling to the 4 different personality types. Because if you've already heard that, I'm not going to go into that topic today, and I'm going to go into a different topic. So say personality types. If you have heard me share that before, if you've heard how to sell the 4 personality types on a deeper level than ever before, I've heard you speak. Okay, perfect. I have not. Okay. No. A few of you have not. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a few different things, and I might just do a little bit on that as well. So question number 1, and why I'm so excited about being on here with you all, is I have huge respect for Leo Robles. Leo is a fantastic leader. He many years ago, he decided to take a leap of faith when everyone thought he was crazy, right? He left a big brand to go to a brand that no one knew that would become a disruptor. Told me a lot about him and his faith and his conviction in himself and in the brand. And so what NLP is, we're going to go into NLP today, neuro-linguistic programming. NLP is the study of human excellence. Who's actually who is the greatest communicator as a US president? Considered, he was called the great communicator. You can type in the chat if you know who I'm talking about. Type in the chat. The great communicator was called Ronald Reagan, heavily trained in NLP. By the way, Richard Branson, Oprah Winfrey, heavily trained. How many of you watch tennis? Right, you watch tennis. Serena Williams, the winningest tennis player in the history of the game. And then if you watch movies, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, a lot of people have studied it. And really what it is about is increasing your production, helping you make more money. It's the tool sets. So I'm a success coach. I've been training these Fortune 500 companies. We focus a lot on real estate, mortgage, financial services, network marketing. For over 20 years, we've been training the #1 offices, the #1 agents. We've had honor and privilege of training Marty Rodriguez's office, the #1 agent in the history of the Century 21 system. And then we've trained the #1 real estate offices. And so now we're working with Leo hand in hand. I also do a lot of philanthropy work. We work with the homeless, a director and producer documentary called Homeless in America, which won an award at New York International Film Festival. We work with veterans that have PTSD. So yes, neuroscience and neuro-linguistic programming even has a set of tools that can help veterans who's suffering from PTSD to break through that. So if that can help someone who has PTSD, what can that do for someone who has a fear of rejection or fear of door knocking or fear of picking up the phone or limiting beliefs, right? It is a very transformative a thing. We also work with Thorn, which is Ashton Kutcher's organization for child trafficking and human trafficking. So why I said on this, if I could share with you my story just really briefly. All of us have a story. How many of us had a great upbringing? And usually when I ask that, no one's hand goes up. We all went through shit, right? We all went through stuff, right? So my dad, just in a couple of minutes, my dad was a workaholic. He was always gone, right? And you wonder, how does someone become a coach? So my dad was a workaholic. He's always gone. We lived in a third world country, Algeria, Northern Africa, moved there with my siblings and my mom and my dad. My dad's always gone. My mom goes to a country where she doesn't speak the language, third world country. She doesn't know anybody. She has no support structure, and her husband is always gone. Very stressful environment. So she starts to have a glass of wine because she's upset. She's frustrated. It's like, husband's MIA. I'm abandoning this third world country, these 3 kids. I don't know anybody. I'm speaking language. She starts drinking. She becomes an alcoholic. So I grew up with a workaholic father, alcoholic mother, and they entrusted people to take care of us, and they were psychopaths. So long story short, we don't need to dwell on it. We've all gone through stuff. I went through a lot of stuff early on in age. In my 20s and 30s, I'm very blocked. I don't know who I am. I have no direction. I have no purpose. I have massive levels of insecurity, anxiety, depression, and all that type of stuff. And I met my first mentor, Bob Proctor. How many of you have seen The Secret? Right, you've seen The Secret. You've heard of Bob Proctor. And Bob basically said, look, you create your experience of reality. I'm thinking, I create this? No, my childhood created this. I was so frustrated. Like, well, how could you say such a thing about positive thinking? You didn't grow up like me. He said, trust the process, Kai, trust the process. By the way, God rest his soul. He's in heaven with us now. And one day he said, will you get a mastermind together? I'm like, mastermind? I don't even know what to do. What am I going to say to a mastermind? I don't even know anything. I've never done anything in my life. He said, trust the process, Kai, form a mastermind, teach him what I'm teaching you. So I started learning from him. I started learning about neuroscience. I started learning about neuro-linguistic programming. I'm going to give you great tools today on that. And then one day I get a random call from someone, says they're a managing partner at New York Life. I never knew what New York Life was. What is New York Life? And this guy says to me, is this Kaya? I'm like, this is Kaya. People always butchered my name too. He says, is this Kaya? And I'm like, it's Kaya. He says, you're the guy with a mastermind, right? And I'm like, yeah. He says, do you have a guy called Gary and you're a mastermind? I said, yeah, there's a kid that's like 25, 26 years old called Gary in my mastermind. He says, what exactly are you teaching him? What are you doing with him? And I'm like, I'm just teaching him this. And he says, because I want you to let you know, we were going to fire him 6 months ago because he's produced 0 in 6 months. And now he's now #2 in the office. And he says he's been taking your mastermind for 6 weeks. We don't understand. How can someone change so much in 6 weeks? Kaya, can you come back to our office? Can you train our other agents? And I'm like, I'm nervous as heck. I used to sweat, my palms sweating. Public speaking was a massive anxiety for me. I'm now walking into a big high-rise building, New York Life. I don't know what fish out. I don't even know what I'm doing. And I did the training. I worked my way through it. And then I didn't think about it. 3 months later, I get a phone call saying, Kai, did you hear what happened to that office you trained? I'm like, oh crap, what did I do? Everything, I had such a bad, everything is like bad, like I screw up. That's what was my mindset. And they said, Kaya, you need to understand that office you trained went #1 in the nation. I was in shock. I didn't even believe it. I'm like, I don't even know how is that possible? So their New York Life offices asked me to come train them. Next thing you know, I'm training all the different New York Life offices. Next thing you know, I'm getting calls from real estate office. Next thing you know, I'm training the #1 Century 21 office in the world. And I don't even know. They hire me as the keynote to launch the year, 300 agents. I'm like, I don't even understand what this is. And the only thing I can tell you is the same tools that helped me break through my past are the same tools I shared with these people, top producers, and they went and they became #1 in their industry. Leo's a graduate, Gabe Mendes is a graduate of our program. And in fact, today I learned as much from Leo, just watching the man. I have huge amount of respect. Let's give a shout out to Leo. Leo, and he's going around the world. He is changing so many lives. We just literally had him on Quantum Leap. He shared the stage with Marty Rodriguez, with Christoph Chu, who's the top Coldwell Banker agent, with Les Brown. So huge amount of respect for Leo, and also a huge amount of respect for all of you. The fact that you follow Leo, the fact that you follow your vision, your goals, and this incredible company called EXP, it tells me something about you. It tells me that you, at some point in your life, because anybody could have a 9-to-5 job, the fact that you chose this journey tells me at some point in your life, you woke up in the morning, you went in front of that mirror, you looked in that mirror and you said, I am willing to be paid what I am exactly worth. And it also tells me, because the fact is, you would agree, right? There's infinite possibilities in this business. If you want to make, Leo's going to one day be making $1 million a year, $1 million a month, $1 million a day, $1 million. That's happening. It's just a matter of time. It's just a gestation period. And that is the possibility for all of you. A lot of people think, oh no, that's pipe dreams. That's no way that's ever going to happen. There are people doing it right now. And so you get to be in that class. So the program that we have is called Top Producers Global. And what we're focusing on is, how can you collapse time? Put your hand up or type in the chat if you feel that you're proud of you, but at the same time, you feel like you should be further along than where you are today in your business. Put in the chat faster, the word faster. If you feel that you should be further, you should be closer to your goal of wealth and freedom, you should be getting there faster. That's what we discovered when we interviewed all the top producers. So with that being said, my question to you is, why do so many people struggle? Put in the chat. Why do so many people struggle? Why do most, I just spoke to Marty Rodriguez 3 days ago. We just had her on our show. Marty Rodriguez, just looked it up online. 92,000 agents in California quit in the last few months. And what a golden opportunity that is for you. While everyone else is quitting, you have the resilience. Type in the chat, resilience. You have the resilience. You have the stick-to-itiveness. And so there's a massive opportunity for you, because while others people quit, you dig deep. You go deep, you go high, you go far. So why do most people struggle? Please type in the chat. Why do most people struggle in this business? Why do 95% of companies fail in the first 5 years? Or why do 95%, the 5% that makes it after the first 5 years, why do 95% of those companies fail within that 5 years? Why? Shitty brokers. Yes. That's a very good thing, by the way. That's a very good thing. Always blame the broker. Always blame the office, always blame the culture, and never look at self in the mirror, right? When I trained Century 21 All-Stars, it was funny. An agent said to me, I can't produce because the broker, can you believe he sent me this text this morning? I was like, what text did he send you? You have no listings, you have no transactions, you have no money. What are you going to do about it? I'm like, wow, that's pretty direct communication, dude. I'm like, are you realizing? I said, can I, would you be willing to get out of your comfort zone and have some real heart-to-heart conversation here if you knew that you would have a breakthrough? She said, sure. I said, what would have happened if you had got, like Veronica, my partner, 20 listings in 45 days? You guys either met Veronica or you will meet Veronica. 20 listings in 45 days. What if you produced 20 listings in 45 days? What kind of text do you think you would have got from the manager? Hey, by the way, you're the #1 H in the office. Can you be here? Because we're giving you a freaking award at 12 p.m. today. Right? So actually, I told her, I said, you sent that text to yourself. Based on how you're showing up for yourself and your vision, that manager sent that text to you, which was rude, credit, but you got to stop the blame game. So anyway, so what I want to share with you is 3 things today, 3 things, neuro-linguistic programming. And I want to share with you some tools, some mindset tools, some communication tools, and some action tools. Maria says NLP, love it. Accepting defeat. Oh, by the way, I didn't finish that thing. What is the reason why most people struggle? Write this name down, Henry Ford. Everybody type in the chat, Henry Ford. By the way, he had some great things about him. And if you dig into the history, he's got some not so great things about him. He was a control freak, but it is what it is. But Henry Ford is famous for saying, whether you think you can Oh, whether you think you can't, either way, you are right. Either way, you're right. Whether you believe in you, the brand, the vision, EXP, and yourself, either way, you're right. Either way, you're right. So the thing that stops most people, write it down, self-doubt. Self-doubt. These freaking dang limiting beliefs that I lived with. I was so stuck for 33 freaking years of my life. And I finally woke up, right? I finally decided if it's going to be like, I got to believe in me. And God was one of the ways that I was able to like get it connected to me and see, like, imagine if your creator, how does your creator look at you? What does your creator think of you, right? How does your creator see you? Sees you as an incredible being of light that is capable of all the love and abundance and joy and everything. And yet we don't see ourselves the way our own creator sees us. We choose to see ourselves through the ego, right? That's a whole other topic. We'll get to that later. Anyway, so let's get into NLP. Number one, NLP, neuro. My question too is, how important is mindset? Does everybody see this? Good? Good. How important is mindset? I'm going to share with you a mindset tool today. How important is mindset to your business and to your life? Number two, linguistic. Linguistic. Right? And what's linguistic? Linguistic is effective communication. How important is effective communication? Marty Rodriguez basically says, and I'm sure you all know who Marty is, right? Marty Rodriguez says the actual number one most important thing that is missing in education system, especially when people get into real estate, is the ability to effectively communicate. Today, I'll share with you a simple tool, how you can speak into the listening of your client, how you can get your clients to say yes, how you can get your clients to say, take action. And then lastly, the last part of it is programming. And you're like, oh, Kaya, you're not going to program me, are you? I'm sorry, I'm late to that party. I wished I would have known myself when I was freaking 18, you know, when I was in my 20s doing drugs, drinking vodka like it was water, basically trying to kill myself because I thought I wasn't worth anything, didn't matter. I wish I knew myself then so I wouldn't have gone through all those years of suffering. And I wish I would have been able to get to maybe you at a time when you were challenged, right? So programming, we've already been programmed. And so we want, how many of us grew up from wealthy parents, superbly wealthy, superbly happy parents? No one hands goes up, but yet those are the people that taught us, right? We're taught by people. John D. Rockefeller said, we don't want a nation of thinkers. We want a nation of workers. They want people to be stupid and just work 9 to 5 while we make elite people rich. And so what we've been programmed to have that kind of a mindset instead of the mindset of an entrepreneur. And if you were lucky enough to be programmed to have a mindset of an entrepreneur by someone, you are so blessed. So programming is your actions and your behavior. All right. I want to share with you 7 best kept secrets. Who wants 7 best kept secrets today, right now, to dominating in this economy? Yes. Put in the number 7. Me. Yes. Let's go. 7 best kept secrets to absolutely dominating in this economy. And yes, a lot of it has to do with who? A lot of it has to do with you. A lot of it has to do with you. How can you level up? All right, let's go. Number 1. Number 1 is mindset. And with each one, I'm going to share with us a kind of a tool. And obviously, as you may know, we have a one-day program that's $97. It's only, it's every 3rd Saturday of the month. I'm not selling that here. I'm just going to give you tools. But we do just want you to know, we do have a one-day event that's only $97 every 3rd Saturday of the month. And then we have a 12-week intensive that's only $2,997. So $3K for 12 weeks so that you can bust through all of this. However, today, let's go with this. Number 1, top producers are able to master their mindset. So my question to you, tool number one is type in the chat if you want to develop a bulletproof mindset. Type in the chat, bulletproof freaking mindset. Top producers harness the power of NLP and the bulletproof mindset. You got to reframe any negativity. You got to reframe any self-doubt. You have to have unshakable confidence. So I'm going to give you a little tool. Write this down. The tool is, are you coming from love? Which is another word for that is abundance. Do you have that abundance mindset? Or are you coming from fear? Write this down. Every thought, decision, action, behavior. Every thought, decision, action, and behavior is either coming from love or it's coming from fear. So ask yourself when you wake up in the morning, what vibration are you in? And ask yourself, what vibration are you in when you're picking up the phone? So having a bulletproof mindset is always about anchoring this abundance mindset. So how do I do that, Kaya? Okay, I could come to a program, I could have a full breakthrough, but what's something simple I could do right now today? You must wake up and meditate. You must wake up every single morning and visualize your goals. Visualize. Tony Robbins would say, act as if. You must act as if. You must pretend you are on the way to becoming that which you want to become. Because as soon as you visualize and you literally send those thought impulses of what it is you want to build, I want to be making $100,000 a month. I want to be making $1 million a year. As soon as you visualize, step into your future goal, see it, feel it, you've now literally removed fear out of your psyche for that morning. Now, put in the chat, how many of you are doing this ritualistic exercise every single morning? And how many of you are not? How many of you are not? 99% people, not yet. 99% people are not doing this. And then what you do is you walk around with fear, anxiety, stress. Congratulations, I am, right. Every morning, good. And another word for that is gratitude, correct, gratitude. Gratitude. All right, so that's number one. But there's so much more to mindset mastery. Let's go to number two. Number two is the second best kept secret to dominating in this economy is effective communication. Effective communication. Now, in neuroscience and neurolinguistic programming, we talked about it here. Effective communication is the second piece. How can you learn to speak into the listening of your clients? Would you like to learn and master the art of persuasion? Right? Would you like to learn how to build instant connection, instant rapport with your clients by, write this down, weaving sensory rich words? Yes, write that down. Type in the chat, sensory rich words and embedded commands. These are all the things you can learn and master with neurolinguistic programming so that you can inspire your audience, your customers to take action. So one thing I would suggest you do, a simple tool on this, is I want you to pay attention to what people are saying to you. Write this down. Is the person that's speaking to you, are they visual? Do they speak in pictures? Are they more kinesthetic? Do they, are they more a feeling like a hugger, more personable? Can you feel emotion from them? They're more kinesthetic perhaps, or are they more analytical? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. Everybody, or they're more auditory, right? So there are four main modalities that a person is usually highest in. My question, type in the chat, which one are you highest in? Are you more visual? You like to look, you like to see what it looks like, you like to imagine, or are you more kinesthetic? You're more a person that goes with a gut feeling and the intuition and the feeling, or are you more analytical? You are super ABC, 1, 2, 3, steps and procedures. So which one are you? Perfect. Now, how do you know which one your client is? Because write this name down. If you can spell it right, I'm gonna give you a free ticket to our one day event. But you guys spell it right away. And that is Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Oh, that's not fun. That's not fair, Kaya. You didn't want to give that ticket away. That's what's up with you, Kaya. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. Good luck if I can't even spell that shit, let alone you spell that shit. Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, a Hungarian biologist. He said, you know what he said? He wrote a book called Flow in 1996. He says, if you are not using the keywords to speak into their preferred modality, whether it's visual words, auditory words, kinesthetic words, or analytical words, they're deleting what you're saying. How many of you have had someone communicate with you and you feel like I walk away and I can't remember anything they said? Who's had that experience where you just like, I sit there with them, I'm in a fog, I don't even know what, that like here, right? And how many of you have spoken to someone and within a minute or 2 minutes, you feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like I've known them my whole life, right? All right. Has anybody ever told you that? Like, I feel like I've known you my whole life. Why? Because you're speaking the same modality. You're speaking the same keywords. So in our academy, you'll take a test and tells you which one is your preferred modality. And then you can learn what are the keywords to speak into the other person's listening. But if I were to give you a simple tool right now, is pay attention to what they're saying. Are they using words, visual words? Are they using more kinesthetic words? Are they using more analytical words? Analytical words would be like make sense. 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. Visual words, see, look, I watched, right? Auditory words, hear, listen, sound. So basically, the second best kept secret is that you must learn how to write this down. Speak into the client's listening. You must learn how to speak into the client's listening. I'm not going to go into the personality types today because some of you have, but if you haven't had that, you find me on somehow on IG or Facebook or something, and then maybe I can invite you to something where you can learn that, because you must learn also the personality types. Part of the effective communication skill set is learning how to sell to the 4 different personality types. By the way, who would like a 1-page PDF that can summarize how you can sell to the 4 different personality types? Right? Who would like that, like right now? Who would like to be invited to some free events like this with Leo sharing the stage with us? Who would also like to be in a closed private group with a top 1% in real estate? A group with Marty Rodriguez, with Christoph Chu, with Leo, right? Who would like a private consult because maybe you want to have some questions to ask? Who would like all that? The value of all of that is $1,000. Who would like it for free? Who would like it for free today? Who would like it for free today, like right now? Okay, go ahead and text the word top. Text the word top, T-O-P, to the phone number 26786. Text the word top, T-O-P, to the phone number 26786. Everything I just shared with you, you will get for free as our gift. Again, text the word top, T-O-P, to the phone number 26786. And then type in the chat as soon as you get the text message that has the 1-page PDF that summarizes how to sell to the 4 different personality types. So you should get a text within 10 seconds, and you should have that 1-page PDF that tells you how to sell to the 4 different personality types directly to your text. And then just type in the chat, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, great. Congratulations, all of you. Let's go to the next one. Next one. So that was best kept secret number 1. Step into love, visualize, and get rid of fear and anxiety and stress by anchoring gratitude every single morning. Number 2, start paying attention to the words people are using and speak into the list. Number 3 of the 7 best kept secrets. Number 3 is,
hey, Mr. Kaya, we're about 6 minutes away from the call, and I want you to cover all the 7 points. So we're gonna most likely go over. How much do you think you need over 11, just so we can let everybody know?
I could probably be done in about I mean, I could do this in 6 minutes, but I figured maybe 10 to 15 at most total.
Are you guys okay with another 10 minutes, guys, just so we can make sure that we get all these concepts? I think they're going to be really valuable for you guys. I'm in. I'm going to be pushing my next appointment. So that way we, Kaya can go through these. I really want you guys to get this. And this is absolutely fire. So go for it, brother. We got another.
Thank you so much.
Show.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, I need to take do any one of you have time management seminar? I need to sign up. So where do I sign up for your? No, when I start, it's like hard to stop. So, but I thank you so much, Leo. I was going to rush through the rest, but this gives us a better opportunity. Number three is building. Third best kept secret to dominating the economy is building genuine rapport. Write this down. I was shocked by this. I was shocked when I believe it was, we have a program called Superhuman Today as well, which is to do how to live longer, stronger, healthier, happier. And Gary Brecka, one of the people I follow, I believe it was him that was saying they discovered that the vibration of authenticity and genuineness is even 4,000 times more powerful than love. But wait a minute, I thought it was all about love, and that's it. Well, authenticity and genuineness is a byproduct of love, correct? But being genuine is perhaps the 4,000 times more powerful vibration you can get into. So how do you build genuine rapport and cultivate meaningful relationships that last? That's what this is about. And how do you establish rapid connections, mirroring and matching body language, and pacing and leading? Most people have heard about rapport, and this is the issue. Most people think rapport is I like you. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had a friend, you guys are really close, you really like each other, but when it comes time to get them to take action, you can't get them to take action? Because the rapport is, we like each other so much, there isn't any authority, there isn't any superior. So basically we'll go and have beers together, but I won't take action on what you say. So rapport is not liking. Write this down. Rapport is not flirting, right? In real estate, it's very common. It's like, oh, let me wear the short skirt. Let me go in there and let me show this. Let me show that. They're attracted to me. I'll get more business. That rapport is not flirting. Rapport, write this down, is responsiveness. How is the client responding to your lead? That's a sign of your rapport. If the client's taking action on what you're saying, you have rapport. If the client's not taking action, you don't have rapport. And what have we learned about this is that there are no resistant people. Write this down, NLP presupposition. There are no resistant people. There are only inflexible communicators. There are no resistant people. But wait a minute, Kaya, there's resistant people. You can't tell me I'm not even saying it's right or wrong. I'm saying what would be a more power mindset for you to have? I'm a victim of resistant people. I can't help it. They're just resistant, so they're full, and I have no power, no control. Or is there something about me? My communication is the response I get back. How can I level up my communication so I can pierce through their resistance? Who wants to pierce through resistance? Type in the chat. I want to freaking pierce through resistance. So how do you do that?
Hey, Kaya, say that statement again, bro. You said there are no resistant people. They are what? What was the last part?
There are no resistant people. There are only inflexible communicators. I feel like I want to use another word. Don't be a blank. Don't be that guy that blames other people, or that lady that blames other people. Don't blame your spouse. Don't blame your kids. Just look at yourself and say, they're responding according to my communication style. My communication style is creating resistance. So there are no resistant people. There are only inflexible communicators. Write this down. My job, write this down, everybody. I am not a salesperson, just a salesperson. I'm a state inducer. You must be able to induce the state. You are a state inducer to pierce through resistance. That's number 3. Let's go number 4. Emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is the 4th best kept secret to dominating in this economy. I think Jessica Sanchez is wanting to join. She's in now. The secret to top production One of them, big ones, is your ability to set yourself apart by having emotional intelligence. So how can you enhance that? How can you manage your emotions, right? So what happens is people get triggered. How many put in the chat if you get triggered, if you get annoyed, if you get frustrated by clients, right? People that waste your time. Leo's always talking about me. I don't mind. Just tell me you don't want to follow through. I don't mind getting a no. What I mind is you not respecting my time and just wasting my time, but not telling me yes or no. Write this down. Tell me yes, tell me no, but quickly because I got to go. Tell me yes, tell me no, but tell me quickly, please, because I got to go. I'm not saying that you're going to say that to a client, but that's the mindset, right? When you waste time on people that are saying no to you, you're taking up your time with people that want to say yes to you. So tell me yes, tell me no, but please tell me quickly because I got to go. I respect your time. I respect my time. So emotional intelligence, if you're getting triggered, if you're getting frustrated, here's the breakthrough on that. It's not about you. Write this down. This business is not about me. Oh, crap. But it is about me. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for my moms. I'm doing it for my kids. I'm doing it for my big why. Yeah, that's true. But you can't approach the business as it's about you. Write this down. Take myself out of the equation. Write this down. That's another breakthrough. Leo has worked so hard on his ego. I've worked so hard on his ego. The reason why he's doing what he's doing is because we have embraced that ego in a way where it's not about us, right? He wants to pour into people. I don't know any leader in real estate that is pouring into his people as much as he is into you guys, and vice versa, right? He does it every single day. So take myself out of the equation. And next breakthrough is life doesn't happen to me, right? We've heard this one before. Life doesn't happen to me. Life happens for me. So start thinking about emotional intelligence by having a different mindset. Obviously, we do a breakthrough work here. We have a one-day event. We have a 12-week intensive. I'm just giving you some things that simple things you can do today. But I'm not saying that that's a full breakthrough. But it is a very powerful mindset to say that I am in charge of my mindset and in my state. Number five is goal setting. There's a massive issue around goals in this industry, and that is people set goals and they affirm. Affirmations are great. Put in the chat, affirmations are great. Affirmations are great, yes, but the problem is if you plant the seed and you have a goal of I want to make this amount of money, and you plant the seed and you water your garden and you hopefully hope it grows, but 3 months later, 6 months later, you're not seeing the money, you're not seeing the results, right? Say me, if it's happened to you where you've affirmed things and it doesn't always happen, it doesn't always come to fruition. What we discovered is in the goal itself, if you have self-doubt in the goal itself, if the goal is impregnated with self-doubt, every time you affirm achieving that goal, you're affirming the self-doubt as much as the certainty. Does that make sense? Put in the chat breakthrough. These are the reasons why affirmations are not working for everyone all the time, because the issue is they have self-doubt on the goal from the very beginning. Would you like, type in the chat, yes, would you like to be able to remove this self-doubt? So by the way, type in the chat, self-doubt, I hate to say this, self-doubt equals self-sabotage. Self-doubt equals self-sabotage. When someone has self-doubt in themselves, the business, the opportunity, when going gets tough, they quit. 92,000 people quit already. They hesitate, they procrastinate. So self-doubt leads to self-sabotage. Put in the chat if you want to remove any and all self-doubt. And guys, ladies and gentlemen, I lived with it for 35 years of my life. You want to remove it. There's a way we can remove it, right? So that's the goal. So the issue with goal setting is you must remove self-doubt out of the goals. Number 6, and then we got one more, number 7. Number 6. Number 6, to dominating, best kept secret to dominating the economy, yourself and the economy, is unlock the power of advanced advanced persuasion. Right? You've got the 4 personality types. That's one level of persuasion. You have speaking to listening. That's another way of persuasion. But there is advanced persuasion. Write this name down. Milton Erickson. Milton Erickson. Most famous hypnotist in all time. And it's a language pattern where you're able to get yeses. Who would like to get a lot more yeses? So one of the things you want to do, and really it's a whole training around this, but one of the things you want to do is you want to craft persuasive sales presentations and negotiate with finesse. How do you do that? You start asking yes questions. Start asking questions that presuppose a yes, and you'll get a yes sequence. You want to get 7 yeses in a row before you ask for the business, right? You want to get multiple yeses. You also want to ask open-ended questions. So yes questions. Number 1, yes questions. And then number 2, open-ended questions. Open-ended questions will lead with 2 words, what and how. When you ask a what question and a how question, the person can't give you a yes or no answer, which closes off the communication. When you ask a what or a how question, what that does, it opens the conversation up. They do more talking. Write this down. I want my client to talk themselves into doing business with me. I don't want to be pushing. I don't want to be selling. I want to ask the questions that gets the client to talk themselves into doing business with me. So that's the key to that. Let's go to number 7. Number 7, best kept secret. Number 7 is really, at the end of the day, continuous. What Leo, what you do as well, continuous learning, growing, and innovating. So how many of you following Leo's advice on AI, on building systems, on building leverage, right? On writing the blogs, on doing the YouTube videos. I have a woman right now where you can like literally, they do an avatar of you, video of you in 2 minutes. And now they take that avatar, you feed it with a script, and now you can release a video every single day, which is you, but it's not you, but it's you, but it's not you. And you put that side by side with another video. So if you're interested in that, if Leo's got you dialed in on that, great. And if he doesn't, message me, because we got to start learning, innovating. And so that's really, you want to start learning about industry trends, the market, the insights, cutting edge NLP techniques to position yourself as a leader to dominate in this economy. So there is more, but this is the top 7. So I want to just give it back to my brother, Leo Robles. We want to absolutely.
Want
to have the mindset. Communication.
I just want to say thank you, bro. Thank you. I just dropped in Kaya's Instagram, guys. Please show him some love on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow him. He has a lot of great programs and courses. Make sure you message him. He will set you guys up. Kaya and I are actually doing an event where he's going to be talking about a deeper NLP. I'm going to be doing something on AI. So stay tuned for that. We will send out an invitation to all of you guys. But Mr. Kaya, dude, God bless you, dude. Thank you so much for pouring so much value today. I took pages of notes. And if you guys got a lot of value, make sure you guys give him a huge shout out on social media, please. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, man, for being here.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time today. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, guys. I look forward to helping all of you go to the next level in 2024. Who's ready to have your best year ever?
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. Love you guys. Peace out. I will see you soon.
See ya, man. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you. See you guys later. Let's grow.